The world is changing faster than ever before. For centuries, global power was centered in the West, in Europe, and later in the United States. But today, two ancient civilizations are rising once again, and together, they are reshaping the balance of power on Earth. Their names are India and China, one with the world's largest population and a booming democracy, the other with incredible speed, ambition, and an economy built to dominate global trade. This is the story of how India and China are transforming the future and why the world is watching closely. Let us begin with China. Over the past 40 years, China has experienced one of the fastest economic transformations in history. From a poor rural society, it became the second largest economy in the world. Its skyscrapers, high-speed trains, and futuristic cities rose almost overnight. China is the world's factory, producing everything from smartphones to cars. It also leads in technology, from artificial intelligence to renewable energy. And with its massive Belt and Road Initiative, China is building ports, railways, and infrastructure in dozens of countries, expanding its influence across Asia, Africa, and beyond. This is how China is extending its reach, not just with military strength, but with economic power that ties other nations to its success. But while China is already a superpower, India is now stepping onto the global stage with unstoppable energy. India is the world's most populous country, with more than 1.4 billion people, and its economy is growing at one of the fastest rates. Unlike China, India is a democracy, which gives it a different kind of soft power appeal. It has a young population, a booming tech industry, and a wave of innovation that is making it one of the most important players in the global economy. From software development to space exploration, India is showing the world that it is ready to lead. The rise of both countries is reshaping how global power is measured. For decades, the United States and Europe set the rules of international trade, politics, and culture. But now, the balance is shifting eastward. China already challenges the US in global influence, and India is positioning itself as a key partner for nations who want an alternative to China's dominance. Together, these two countries represent almost 3 billion people, nearly 40% of humanity. That sheer size alone gives them enormous power. But the story is not simple. India and China are also rivals. They share a long border, and history has seen conflict between them. China is a one-party system, while India is the world's largest democracy. Their visions for the future are different, and at times they compete for influence in Asia and beyond. Yet their combined rise means that the 21st century may no longer belong only to the West. Instead, it could be remembered as the Asian century. This shift has massive consequences for the rest of the world. Economies are changing as factories, trade, and innovation flow through Asia. Military strategies are changing as nations prepare for new alliances. Even culture is changing as Bollywood, Chinese cinema, and Asian technology companies spread across the globe. From smartphones in Africa, made in China, to software in Europe designed in India, the influence of these two countries is everywhere. So what does the future look like? Experts believe that China will continue its drive for global dominance, building new trade routes and pushing technological supremacy. India, with its young population and democratic values, will rise as a counterbalance, partnering with Western nations while also building its own global influence. The world will no longer have one superpower, but many centers of power, with India and China standing at the front. The truth is, we are living through a historic moment. The rise of India and China is not just about economics. It is about the shift of global power from west to east. These two nations, with thousands of years of history, are once again shaping the destiny of the world. And whether as partners or rivals, they will decide much of what the 21st century looks like. So the question is, as India and China rise, how will the rest of the world adapt? And are we ready for the new age of global power?